Alright guys, so I'm just going to be real with you. This is take 2 of episode 2. I tried saying something, I let something slip out of my mouth, but I know that I'm never actually going to be editing these because it's just all thoughts coming from my head. So I'm just letting you know that if my thoughts are a little bit faster than usual, that's because I've already said like 2 minutes worth of stuff and I'm just repeating what I just said before. So I was talking about a tangent where I said the moon was huge tonight. That's because if the moon is at a certain angle, not just the moon, but most things in space, if they're at a certain angle, because of the way that the Earth's sky is shaped like a dome, you'll actually see certain objects as bigger. I know what happened to me with the sun, because there are times when the sun looks a lot bigger, and there are times when the moon looks a lot bigger too. And that's a go. Yeah, I'm on a roundabout. It took me such a long time to learn how roundabouts work properly, just because roundabouts are one of the most annoying things in traffic. I'm just gonna outright say that. Like, as great as they are, and as much as they do prevent accidents, and they're great. Like, it allows traffic to flow a lot smoothly. It allows people to be a lot less late. It allows cars to move a lot more efficiently. But at the same time, it just gets really annoying when people don't know how to use roundabouts, or whatever they call it in other countries. Rotaries, there we go. So, people end up not crashing into each other, but they end up just staying still, waiting for one person to drive before the other. I know you're supposed to give the right of way to the person that's to the right of you in certain countries. In other countries, you're not. I don't know. It's all confusing. I'm not going to try to get into it because road safety laws is something that I do not know too much about, even though I passed my driver's test on my first try. Anyways, I don't know if I mentioned this yet, but I had to come into work late due to school reasons, doing homework, catching up on school notes and all that. I am really not in a healthy position in terms of that. I really should be getting more work done more efficiently, but YouTube and this YouTube, but and also just watching YouTube in general is really, not gonna lie, it really has wasted my time. YouTube, as much as I love it, I really need to learn to cut it out of my life little by little. And yeah, but I had to call in to work. And whenever I do that, I have to talk to the manager, but I do that through the customer service desk. So theoretically, I can clickbait this video by saying, I am a Karen. Or whatever the male version of a Karen is. I remember I looked it up on Urban Dictionary once, and there is a word for a male Karen. I just forget what, is it Brad, I think? I don't know. The only Brad I know is Brad Sherwood from Whose Line Is It Anyways? A great show that I do want to make a video on sometime. It's just, I'm still making my way through the whole series. Like, I am going to tell you that the entire series is, series is multiple, like 18 seasons. It's really, really long. So, it's not, okay, there's no one in that car. How did that car park itself? Or am I just seeing things? Okay, I think I'm just seeing things. Wow, I'm either really tired or just really out of it right now. Let's see, it's a Saturday. Oh, Saturdays are busy. Oh, yeah, I'm driving to work this time instead of driving home. And I just realized that today's really busy, so I probably should have come in on time just so I can help everybody out. But it's alright, I bet they're all doing fine. Well, I will be back later today, hopefully, to talk more about whatever the heck I want to talk about, because I started recording halfway through driving to where I work, and as I always say, that's when I start recording and just start recording my thoughts, because I thought you guys might want to take a little dive into whatever goes in my head. Paper Mario and Flash games are fun and all, but I don't really get to talk about just what's going on with me. This is my version of a vlog / update, that type thing. So oh well, I'm putting my mask on. If you guys can't tell, you guys probably can't tell, you guys are only seeing whatever gameplay I have in the background that I haven't even recorded yet, but yeah, I hope you guys are all doing fine, and I will see you guys in like 5 seconds. I mean, I'm not going anywhere. Alright, so back I am once again to whatever the heck I'm talking about. This is very starved and very tired Chessbait. But what am I saying? So I said I'd be back in, what was it, 5-10 seconds. It's been like 4 or 5 hours since I last was talking, so at least in my time, so this is just all confusing. You know what? Something really good I should talk about? DuckTales. DuckTales was a great show. And I'm not talking about the one from the 90s. I'm talking about the reboot. I know it's still going, technically. I've seen the really weird fan art. Some of the shippings I just don't understand. Like, the age gap between all the characters is wildly inconspicuous, if that's the right word to say, and that was just a dead animal, roadkill, that I almost ran over in the car. I've been a lot more money conscious lately. I'll get back to DuckTales, don't worry. But I've been a lot more money conscious lately, simply because of because I realized that I'm spending so much with my card. Obviously, I had to spend a lot during Black Friday because it's Black Friday, and who doesn't spend a crap ton of money on Black Friday? But just in terms of, yes, I have plastic bag, but in just terms of how much I spend for my lunches during breaks, it's really unhealthy. I should probably start packing food, and it's because I have to pay for, school's expensive. And people want to suck the money out of you. You gotta do your best to make your money and make what you can. But even with all that money and time and effort spent, you still don't have enough money to actually pay for school. That's why you gotta love the debt. Debt. Everyone talks about getting rid of the school debt, which is trillions of dollars. And personally, sure, it'd be great for me. Like, I'd be really happy to benefit off of all this, because screw the wage gap and screw the screw the wealth gap, screw the wealth gap and whatnot. But I'm just rambling on here. I don't want to get into politics. I don't want to get into economics. This is supposed to be something that helps me relax. Everything that I'm saying right now and have said is mostly a stream of consciousness. I did say that I had to do take 2 because I accidentally spilled a little bit of information, but that was only like 2 minutes in, so I was able to restart and recoup my thoughts. Besides that, everything in here is off the script. I know a lot of people like to rant on and on and on about whatever they feel like, and this is basically the equivalent of that. I'm not even going to try to say that it's different, because in YouTube, if you want to do what's good, you got to do what everyone else is doing and flood the market, and then get out of the market as soon as you can. When actually that is economics, now I think about it. But pull out when you can, because that's when everybody starts doing it and it starts to become mainstream, and you don't want to be that person that's too basic and mainstream. But it's okay, some people are mainstream, and that's fine. Again, stream of consciousness, I just contradicted myself for a reason, because reasons. But back to DuckTales. Actually, before I get back to DuckTales, when I started the car, I accidentally almost flooded not flooded the engine, but I realized way too late that I was pressing the gas pedal and not the brake pedal, because I was trying to press brake and then switch switch gears, or whatever you want to call it, and then drive. But I realized, what's that really loud sound? That sound is, it's my car, because I keep pressing the pedal down. No, it's not actually my car. If I had a car, I probably wouldn't need to go to work. That's a lot of money costs. So I gotta figure out. Look, I know the whole YouTube thing isn't really profitable anymore, especially with how many people are actually on it. TikTok is the whole new craze, and everybody's starting to earn money that way. If all the youngins want to do it, they got to move over there. And a part of me really does. I got some really great ideas that I want to do for TikToks. I want to be a new TikToker, but it's just, I don't know. I still, as a person who's known TikTok since Musical.ly, I still have that connection of what TikTok used to be. And I know because everybody's doing it, it's no longer cringe. But I feel like such a boomer saying this. Like, I'm looking at TikTok how everybody else used to look at YouTube. Thinking, hey, look at all these, I wouldn't say basic, but look at these really weird losers going onto a tiny platform that, like, sure, is huge and is gonna only get bigger, but they look all basic. That's what they said about YouTube, didn't they? And look at YouTube now. Even TikTok is so big that even big corporations have to, like, actually start using it now. Corporations start using YouTube because AdSense is just that profitable. not profitable, just easy in terms of advertising. Like, think about how many Hershey's commercials you've gotten for the Christmas time. Obviously, Hershey's wants to sell all that chocolate during the holiday season, and that's very valid. But at the same time, like, man, think about how dumb the AdSense program is, simply because anyone can post an ad on it. I mean, like, seriously, I remember there's a whole subreddit that's based on showing all the weirdly creepy ads that people have gotten. Like, I remember when Markiplier AFK Arena ads started getting popular, people started saying that was really annoying before they started taking those down, and by them I mean AFK Arena themselves. I don't know, there's plenty of other games that I really can't think of off the top of my head. Obviously, Game of War. There was, what was it? The Legend 28? Was that the name of it? It's been such a long time since that meme. But it was such a good meme when it existed. Like, that's the only good ad that I can genuinely think of. I would say Ty Lopez's "Here in My Garage" is memey, and sure, it has its points, and it's still being used today. Like, I still quote the 6 bookshelves every now and then, and not the Lamborghini so much, but the Knowledge. Like, Knowledge was such a huge meme back in, like, 2016, was it? But in terms of, like, actual ads, I'm just gonna say it, Ty Lopez, man, I feel bad for you, man. It did not. I mean, obviously, he's probably still economically doing extremely well, but I remember, I'm pretty sure he got outed as not really a hack, but, not exactly as knowledgeable as he could be. I could be entirely wrong. I didn't really go into the whole, not business, the whole not controversy. I'm speaking out of my mouth again. I really should be talking about DuckTales. Just ignore the blinking light that represents me turning left, because that doesn't exist. It's a figment of your imagination. More importantly, though, DuckTales. Woo! Seriously. I probably should watch Amphibia and the Owl House before I make a decision, but there is the fact that people can legitimately debate over which Disney XD show is the next Gravity Falls actually makes me happy. I remember when Disney XD was, like, seen as an absolute joke. Not as much of a joke as Cartoon Network's when Teen Titans Go was still a huge thing, and they still have that, but that's besides the point. And not as big of a joke as Nicktoons, which is where all Nickelodeon cartoons go to die. Seriously, it's not my quote. Everybody has said that. Disney XD has done surprisingly well in the last couple of years. I mean, well, Gravity Falls came out in 2012. That was almost 8 years ago. That's yikes. But let's not delve on the past. When Gravity Falls ended, which it could have ended better, but it was still satisfactory. When it did, it left a giant hole in everyone's, I guess, hearts and minds. And sure, the whole scavenger hunt thing was amazing, and it was really fun to have Alex Hirsch do all that for us. And even with that, like, it just felt like something was missing after it ended. Sure, reruns were always a thing, but we wanted something new. We wanted to crave something exciting, and both the Owl House and Amphibia were really promising. I've seen both of them. Personally, I'm sorry, I'm an Owl House person over Amphibia. Amphibia seems great. There's something missing. I don't know if it's charm or if it's just more creativity. It just feels like you can't do so much with with Amphibia. The Owl House is literally just gay Harry Potter. Like, there's no other way to put it. Gay Harry Potter. No, not like the Harry Potter fandom is gay enough. And I don't mean that as a derogatory term. I mean, like, seriously, all the Draco and Harry ships are very valid and very interesting, to say the least. Okay, there's a car passing. We're fine. Yeah, I watched through the first 2 seasons of DuckTales, and oh boy, they really pull up all the stops for this. I mean, they crossed over like 10 different series from the DuckTales universe all into this one show. Like, it's so impressive how they did that. They basically did the opposite of Animaniacs. Instead of taking one show that are a bunch of shows and just taking out everything, because I mean, Animaniacs, I've heard it's still good. I'm not trying to blast them or anything. I'll talk about that in my own time. But DuckTales took what used to be a bunch of shows that all existed in the same universe, and including TV shows, movies, and comics, and they turned it into DuckTales 2018. When did DuckTales come out? 2017, right? I actually can't remember. I mean, they have freaking Danny Pudi and one of the I forget the name of one of the doctors. I'm not really a Whovian, so I wouldn't really be familiar with that. But and they have Sonic the Hedgehog as Bluey. That's hilarious, man. Like I just can't help but smile every time I watch that show. And sure, there's a few really bad episodes in there, but like besides a few step backs, the show was like, I would hugely recommend it to anyone who wants to get into like just Disney content. Like not 10 out of 10, probably 9 out of 10, but still phenomenal. I've already reached home, so I guess I should leave it here. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all the good stuff down below, because even though it's cringe, you have to say it, or else people don't remember to actually subscribe and like and all that stuff. Well, I should probably get back to doing whatever I was doing.